Hello, I have something super awesome to share with you today, and it's so easy. You're gonna love this. It is life-changing, game-changing, 3 easy food swaps that you can make to improve your health. And it doesn't matter if you want to lose weight, if you want to clear up some acne, if you want to reduce inflammation, prevent aging, or just improve your families, your kids maybe, your husband, I don't know, your grandma. Improve whoever you're feeding, improve their overall health without them really even noticing that you have made any radical changes. So easy. So easy. I'm so excited to share this with you. Hi, welcome to Kick-Ass Switch, putting the K in Magic. I'm Joanna DeVoe, and you are watching a video about 3 easy food swaps that you can make to revolutionize your health. Really, if you made these 3 food swaps and that's all you did, I believe you will definitely see improvements in your health, the inflammation levels of your body, your sleep, your any kind of pain that you're experiencing. This could definitely help with that. It could help clear up your skin. So many good things. So let's just hop into it. There are 3 easy peasy food swaps, and the first one is swapping out. This is a twofer because it's swapping out rice, or any kind of rice, or mashed potatoes for cauliflower. And before you go, ugh, how is that a food swap? It totally is, because you can prepare cauliflower in a way that looks and tastes like rice or mashed potatoes, and it's super easy. All you have to do is steam the cauliflower. If you're gonna do rice, you're gonna steam it where it's kind of al dente, not super mushy. If you want to go for potatoes, mashed potatoes, but not. You'll want to steam it till it's a little bit mushier, and then the process is the same in terms of turning it into rice or mashed potatoes. You're using the same equipment, which is just a basic, they're not very expensive food processor. You probably have one, the big old food processor for rice. You want to kind of do it in batches. So however much cauli rice is what people call it, or riced cauliflower that you want to make, you just put it in a food processor and you pulse it. Instead of just letting it run, which will make it into mashed potatoes, you pulse it. So it kind of throws the cauliflower around until you get the desired consistency, the rice-like consistency that you want. It's so easy. You're going to be shocked at how easy it is. And then just dump it out and then do another batch. I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 cups at a time, so you don't accidentally turn it into mashed potatoes. Because if you want to do mashed potatoes, you do the same thing, except for you just run it. You don't pulse it, you just run it until you get the consistency that you like. You can add garlic, you can add butter, you can add coconut oil, salt and pepper, however you like to prepare your mashed potatoes. And I doubt your family will even notice. It's fantastic either way, actually. And also, if you don't want to make your own, Trader Joe's sells frozen organic riced cauliflower, and it's not going to have the same nutrient quality that it's not going to have the same nutrient level that it will have if you're making it fresh yourself. But the freezing process, if it's done right, it does retain some of the nutrients, and it's going to be a lot better than eating just starchy, straight up rice. So cauliflower is amazing. It is a cruciferous vegetable. It is super packed with nutrients. It's amazing for your health. It is cancer preventative. One thing I will say about cruciferous vegetables in general, and that would be broccoli, cauliflower, kale, things like that, is I wouldn't recommend eating those raw, because, especially if you have a thyroid condition, because they're goitrogenic and can fuck up your thyroid. But other than that, they're good. In fact, adding like a healthy fat, cooking them a little bit, gets rid of the anti-nutrients to a large degree that interfere with your thyroid health. And then adding like a healthy fat, like with any vegetables, this is true, like coconut oil or grass-fed butter, helps make them more, the nutrients more bioavailable for your body. So yay for cauliflower. You can do all kinds of things with cauliflower. It's amazing. You can make like pizza crusts with it and meatloafs. I recommend just starting with the rice and the potatoes though, and just kind of build out from there. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably noticed that I don't do a lot of like super fancy, highfalutin, multi-ingredient recipes, and that's for two reasons. One, I'm a super busy mom and I don't have time for that shit. I do it for fun, like on the weekends sometimes, but in general not. And two, I really want to send the message to people that it doesn't have to be that complicated. Like you can mix it up, but still just keep using the same staples over and over and over and over again, which is, I think, what we're just naturally inclined to do anyway. You probably have, your favorite foods or just the go-to things that you use again and again and again and again. So replacing your favorites or replacing just the staples in your diet with healthier versions is such an easy way to improve your health. So number 2 is swapping out pasta, whether it's gluten-free or whole wheat or even black bean, which isn't that bad, I would say. Maybe if you have a gluten intolerance, maybe check out some black bean pasta. They make it with organic black beans, like the only ingredient, organic black beans. But I still believe that it's healthier to swap out any kind of pasta like that for squash, for zucchini. I'm gonna say zucchini because that's usually what I use, but I do sometimes use yellow squash to make noodles. And again, this is so easy. You can go on Amazon and for like 20 bucks get something called a spiralizer, and they're so cheap and easy to use. It's just like a little white contraption. You cut off the ends of the zucchini, you stick it in, and then you crank it, and out comes like perfect spaghetti noodles. And then they have different settings, so you can make different size and different kind of noodles. If you don't have a spiralizer, you can just get a vegetable peeler and make kind of like thin fettuccine kind of noodles that way. And then something that I also do is I just chop it up sometimes. You'll see me do that a lot on Instagram, just like chunks of zucchini, because zucchini makes, or any kind of squash makes any kind of like summer squash, like zucchini shaped squash, it makes a really good pasta substitute, and kids seem to love it and eat it up. You really don't notice the difference because the flavor of the pasta is coming from the sauce. And I'm not going to get into how to make a healthy sauce. I'm pretty sure don't add sugar. Sugar-free is a good way to go for sure. And as many real foods as possible. The more real foods in general. And when I say real, I mean straight from Mother Earth. Straight from Mother Nature. Like food nature makes. Food that's not made in a factory. The more of that you can eat and the less crap, the better. And learning how to make zoodles, which is zucchini noodles, or just replacing it if you just don't feel like making the noodles, just chopping up some zucchini and using that as a base for your pasta is so easy and super delicious. It's also something that you can make in advance if you just want to chop it up into chunks and then save for another time. And then number 3 is swapping out your milk products, your dairy products, your yogurts, your cottage cheese, your any kind of cheese, and milk with almond milk, unsweetened almond milk. It's very easy to make your own. If you ever want to play around with that, just Google it, how to make almond milk. You'll be shocked how easy. But you can also just buy unsweetened organic almond milk at just about any grocery store, Trader Joe's. It's so easy to find, and you can use it in any way that you would use regular milk. It tastes great. And when I first went dairy-free with my son, the only thing that was really available was soy milk, which is actually, it's estrogenic. It can jack up your hormones in not a great way, and it tastes like ass. It's horrible. So when almond milk came along, we were just like, oh! It was amazing. A lot of people prefer coconut milk. Maybe not a lot. Probably more people prefer almond than coconut. I think almond tastes more like the milk we all grew up on. And I just like that nutty flavor. But maybe you're allergic to nuts or something, or you just happen to prefer coconut milk. You can experiment with that too. It's great for certain kinds of recipes as well. And then when you get into like yogurts and cheeses and things like that too, I mean, we are so spoiled nowadays, especially if you have a Whole Foods or a Sprouts or some kind of health food market. Trader Joe's does carry, I believe, a coconut milk version of yogurt. Ice cream is so much better when it's made with coconut milk. So maybe this is another twofer, I don't know, but like the reverse. Swap your milk out for coconut milk or almond milk, and that goes across the board. Anything made with milk. And you can do this in your recipes. You can do this in, I can't think of an example when this wouldn't work. And there are amazing nut-based cheeses on the market that taste fabulous. They've greatly improved this because so many people are sensitive to milk. And if you have acne, please do yourself a favor and just cut the milk out of your diet. Give it 30 days and see what happens to your skin, because I suffered from acne it was really bad in junior high is when it really kind of escalated, and then I went through high school like that. And I think I really ruined my system because I was on every single antibiotic known to man, every combination of antibiotics, and then Accutane. And then come to find out years and years later, it was a milk allergy. And it was as simple as taking milk out of my diet. It was so crazy. So frustrating to go all of that time, go through like those vulnerable high school years with acne, and I didn't have to do it. So if you have any kind of IBS, any kind of digestive problems, also I just recommend everybody try 30 days of going, without milk to see how it affects their health. And it's just 30 days out of your life. And like I said, we are so spoiled. There are so many amazing options now that taste great and that are really healthy. I would always watch the sugar grams, like if you're buying something pre-made, because sometimes they try to compensate. Even in real milk, they'll put sugar in it sometimes. So just watch for that. But otherwise, that's a really healthy, kick-ass swap to make. And I could sit here all day telling you cool things to put in your diet. There's like a million honorable mentions that are just like fighting to come to the surface. Sweet potatoes, chia seeds. I live on these things. But for now, just make those 3 swaps and just start playing around with them. And something I recommend to people a lot is to don't focus on what you're going to take out of your diet. Start by focusing on putting things in and having fun with that. So try looking at it from that perspective and keep it really playful. And especially if you have kids, you got to keep it playful. They don't need a big speech about how kids, we are never going to eat XYZ again. You just introduce like, look at this crazy monster pasta. It's green. And then kind of go from there. I also want to add that I did say at the top of the month that I would be doing the Sad to Sexy program. Again, I get requests from that from time to time. And unfortunately, that is a lie. It was not an intentional lie, but I have changed my mind because I will tell you about this at a later date. But my plate was very, very full, speaking of food. I was just getting really busy and I had a lot of things I had to do. And then like magic, this opportunity came my way that could potentially fulfill one of my greatest lifelong dreams. So I had to take something off my plate. I had to make room for this. So Sad to Sexy had to go, which I've been feeling like it had to go for a really long time because the branding wasn't quite in line with Kick-Ass Rich. I always had to explain to people what Sad to Sexy is. So I will be repurposing it at a future date as the healing magic of food. But for now, I'll just be posting on Instagram with that hashtag, the healing magic of food, and working on this opportunity that I got. Hopefully I can share it with you soon because it's exciting for me, and I think it's going to be exciting for some of you as well. So that's that. No more Sad to Sexy. I'll be back talking about food at a later date, but this is my last offering for the body of a witch. These 3 easy swaps. If you make them, please let me know how it goes. And until we meet again, much love. Peace.